Hello and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And welcome to March.
Yeah, here we are again.
It's March.
It's March.
So we decided to do something that we did back in 2020 while it's still March, because we didn't do it while it was still March in 2020. And that is do a March Madness bracket.
Yes.
I don't know if we explained this last time we did this episode, but here in America in March, there's a college basketball tournament.
Yes.
That's a big deal. And it's called March Madness. And it has a really complicated bracketing system, and people like to make other fun brackets for non-sports things in March. It's just a fun thing to do on the internet usually.
Yeah, because March Madness is so popular, like the basketball version, that people make a lot of spin-offs, like use the same kind of seed to do all kinds of things. Like I have friends who did like a condiment one where they like had people vote and like what was the best condiment.
Yeah,
and it got pretty heated.
our good friend Yusong on his the podcast he used to be on, Doughboys, they do Munch Madness and they do a big fast food tournament on Doughboys. So anyway, we're doing that again.
Yes, and the setup of like a seed bracket is fairly complex. Last time we did this, I had to Google it like
Learn
4 times to make sure that I had done it right. And then when we were doing it this time, I just used the same format and I still Googled it because when I was writing it down, I was like, I don't even understand like why these are in the order that they're in. I don't know, man. It's something about math and averages. But basically from 1, you have the top 16 and you match them 1 with 16, 2 with 15, so on and so forth until you have 8 and 9. But then the order in which they go from there, I don't understand why they're in the order that they're in, but mathematicians tell us so. So that's why it is the way it is.
That's the way that it is.
This is all the explanation I can give you.
Yeah.
And it's all the explanation we need. It doesn't need to be that complicated.
No.
There's a math formula. We stole it from March Madness.
And we're using it
for
to
K-pop.
once again painfully try to rank SHINee songs.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it about SHINee again. We like talked about like, oh, could we do a different group or do something else? But like, I really wanted to do a SHINee episode because I feel like being Shawwalls is such a big, it is the heart of our podcast.
That is true.
And while Timini is still away for the rest of this year, like I need excuses to do SHINee episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it is.
And it's a fun game, and I think it's fine that it's still SHINee, especially because this round we used slightly different parameters so that we could get a different crop of songs. And last time we chose songs that were, according to this one digital song sales Billboard chart, the top downloaded songs globally. And we used the rank on the chart along with the number of weeks they stayed on the chart to determine the top 16. And so this time we had to change it up in order to get a new crop of songs. So any song that we previously considered in last 2 years ago, whenever we did our first episode, those were not included. Couldn't play again.
Also, not included, as stated last time, replay will never be part of a tournament because it is the best SHINee song, and therefore
it wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair to put it in any kind of competition. So
now I feel like with the parameters that we've set for this week or this time around, we're covering every like nook and cranny of SHINee's discography. And I feel like if you think about all of the episodes that we've done about SHINee B-sides and stuff, like the Mood Challenge one, and then like with the previous Madness and this one, like, oh man, if you really listen to all our SHINee episodes, like you will hear it all.
You should at this point. And also shout out, I don't know, I hope they'll hear this one because of the title, but some amazing person a few weekends ago found our show on YouTube and then based on the timing of their comments spent 12 hours listening to all of our like SHINee episodes.
So this one's for you.
For you. New content just for you. So what we did this time to choose is, lucky for us, SHINee has 16 albums and repacks in Korea. How perfect.
It was meant to be.
So what we did is I went to Spotify and I pulled up the listen counts and I chose the most listened to song off of that album that had not come up in the last game. And so we have one song from every album and repack except for Lucifer, because it was replaced with an OST that was much, much more popular. So
yes. Well, and also on Lucifer, we used Lucifer. Lucifer was in our first seed bracket.
It might have
it was
won.
immediately.
I'm trying to remember what won.
I don't have my notebook. I think I don't remember.
That's okay.
I don't think it was Lucifer. But anyway, the point is Lucifer is the only song off of the Lucifer album that has more than 1 million listens. So none of the other songs off of the album qualified, and Lucifer was disqualified because it was included in our previous bracket.
Yeah. So everyone go listen. Mm-hmm. Lucifer needs more plays on Spotify, by the way.
It has B-sides. Hello.
So anyway, that's what we did. So we've got the songs. They were seeded based on Spotify plays.
Yes. So 1 to 16, most listened. And we're just going to go bracket by bracket and until we determine the new top SHINee track for this year.
Yeah. Okay, so what we do, we'll go through these bracket by bracket, song by song. Mm-hmm. We will 1, 2, 3 say our answers at the same time.
Yeah.
If we agree, that's a straight move on. Mm-hmm. If we disagree, then we will debate and try to convince one or the other.
Yes. But we only do the kind of like 1, 2, 3 draw on the first round because from there, like we'll have to debate. We don't know
all of them,
what's past the first round. So we'll find out. No one knows the winner.
No. Okay. So we're going to start with our first seed song, which at 33 million Spotify plays is far and away the most popular, and that is the most recent release of Don't Call Me from Don't Call Me 2021.
You said that. That's so funny. Mr. Man, you know you waste my time. We have a non-check. When I hit your call.
And Don't Call Me is up against the 16 seed from Misconceptions of You in 2013 with 1.1 million plays on Spotify. This is Aside. All right. Round 1. Time to decide. 3, 2, 1. Aside. Okay.
I wasn't sure if you were going to say go. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
I hesitated. I also choose Aside.
Okay. Great. Wonderful. Do we explain
why?
Choices?
Yeah. Tell us why you chose Aside.
I chose Aside just because it's a song that I've like always loved, and the way that it starts, they used it as background music so often in One Fine Day that I think I also just have like really positive associations with it.
The song.
And they did it at the Beyond Live show. And like, I don't know, it's just like a special, nice song. And I love their like little voices. Like Mino's little line before the first chorus. And he's like, and like, I don't know his little voice. There's this little rasp in it. And it's so cute. And I don't know, I just feel really soft about Aside. And like, I don't know, we've discussed to death about Don't Call Me and what Don't Call Me is.
Mm-hmm. And I really like Don't Call Me. Like, we always joke when we do an episode like this where we like stress so much over the choices, but we do this to ourselves.
Yeah.
Because there are no bad choices. Like, I like all of the songs that are on this list. But I also chose Aside. I like Don't Call Me, but I chose Aside because it's not controversial, and I feel like the fact that Don't Call Me is so like the Shawls are split about it. So I feel like because of that, it cannot be named like a top SHINee song because people debate it. Like, you know? And Aside is so beautiful. I love the vocals are so soft. And like one of the main parts of the melody is like, or the background is like the thick bass. Yeah. And it's just so beautiful. Mm-hmm. So I picked Aside.
Great. I'm glad we agreed on the first round. Okay, that means it is time for the second round, which is 8th and 9th place.
Yes.
For whatever.
Don't ask me why.
Reason. We're just doing what the math said. So the number 8 seed from the album Odd in 2015 is Odd Eye. My eyes on you. My eyes on you. Okay, and Odd Eye is versus the number 9 seed, which is from Married to the Music, also from 2015, because it is the repack of Odd. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And that song is an encore. Okay.
All right. So you're just going to say 3, 2, 1, and then we say it, right? No go.
3, 2, 1, say
Odd
it.
Eye.
Oh, I didn't say.
Oh!
I was trying to give an example. I was like,
well, that's my choice.
But your choice is Odd Eye. I'll take yes. Okay. I'll take it. I'll say that too. I think that's probably what I would have said. I was really just gonna let the moment have it because this one is really hard.
Yeah, this one's really hard.
This one is so hard.
This one's really hard. I love Encore. It's such a beautiful, like, sweeping song. And the vocals are, like, they just build, and the strings in it are so just, like, glorious and grand. But ultimately, I went with Odd Eye because I feel like it's more uniquely SHINee. I feel like it's the kind of song that only SHINee can do.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good argument.
So, and like when I think of Odd Eye, I also think of like the performance of it and like the girls and like the eye patch and like the suits without shirts on underneath and like the columns attached to nothing. And like Mina standing
and
on
the body
chair.
rolls and the
yeah,
like,
exactly. Like it's so good. The whole package. And I feel like it's something only SHINee can offer us.
And it has there's just so much great stuff like going on in the track, like all the yes, and there's just so much crazy stuff happening in the background all the time, and it's like, oh my god, I love that song. It's such a moment. Like it was a moment. It is a moment,
and nothing else sounds like Odd Eye. I've never heard another song that has reminded me of Odd Eye.
For sure. It's very, very unique and very important. And why did I write an encore? I don't know. I guess I was just feeling guilty. Because it's so beautiful. Beautiful.
It is really beautiful. And it is like a perfect way to like end that album.
Yes.
But SHINee has a lot of really, really beautiful songs. And I think I also was leaning more toward Odd Eye because I had already chosen a side. And so I was like, you know, you can't just pick all. Like if all I chose were the beautiful
what are the
vocal
prettiest songs? The list would be different.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, they have so many of those beautiful songs.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Next round. This is the number 5 versus number 12. So in the 5th seed, this is from the Boys Over Flowers soundtrack. This is our soundtrack one from 2012, Stand By Me. All right. And Stand By Me is versus the number 12 seed, which is from Misconceptions of Us in 2013. And that is the song Celine 623. All right. I'm gonna say it this time. I'm not gonna fuck it up. We're gonna do this. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Celine 623.
Okay, great.
The distance between you and I. Full title. Yes.
Yes.
That's the obvious choice.
I also chose
I think
Celine.
it's the obvious choice.
I think so too. I mean,
Stand By Me is a piece of the culture. It's like very important for its like place in being the song in like a really popular drama that like truly created a phenomenon and raised the like level of K-drama in the world forever.
And I also think it's the like sound of it captures a very specific era in K-pop. Yeah. So I think it works as like a representative OST because it sounds very much like an old like TVXQ song or like a HOT B-side or something. It has that like cheese factor. Yes. But Celine is just gorgeous. And like, I know I literally just said I couldn't pick all of the beautiful songs. And like, as soon as I started listening to Celine, I was like, I mean, I'm a hypocrite. But it's just too stunning.
It's too stunning.
It's too stunning to deny.
It was Jung's Song for the Moon. Yeah. And like, when the SM Museum, gone too soon, when we got to go to the SM Museum, his pages for when he wrote this song were on the wall. Mm-hmm. It was so cool.
It was really great.
Yeah, the song is freaking beautiful.
Yeah, and
all the live versions of it are insane.
Mm-hmm. And it is like very obviously a Jung song, I think, because it sounds like, even just hearing a little bit of it, it sounds so much like his solo discography. Like it's such a perfectly him and SHINee song. Yeah. So it had to be. It had
to be. All right. Next round. This is 4v13. So in the 4th seed, we have, I said most recent earlier, I was wrong. Because this is the most recent from 2021 Atlantis repack. Atlantis. All right. And it is versus the number 13 seed, which is from Everybody 2013. Yes. And this is Colorful. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Atlantis.
Oh my God.
I totally thought that was going to be a fight.
I thought you were going to pick Colorful.
I thought I might have, but I was like, no.
Wow. I was sitting here like listening to Colorful and just being like, I feel like a bad show for picking Atlantis. No. And I don't know why.
I was thinking listening to both that I feel like of all the matchups so far, these are the songs that are closest to each other in like vibe and sound. Like I feel like they might even be in the same key. I don't know. I feel like the like harmonies feel really similar.
Is something that's
like
similar
they have
to
a
them.
kind of similar vibe.
I guess that's true. That is fair to say. But I was thinking like Atlantis is just so. There's something very cool about Atlantis, and I think it is the like that repetitive like
yes.
I just think it's so great, and like. I don't know, like when they came out with that, it just felt so perfectly originally SHINee. Mm-hmm. Like it just fits so well into all of their previous discography that it just like, I don't know. That I feel like is the first of their more recent comebacks that felt like, SHINee's coming home.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they came home into their like SHINee sound with Atlantis.
Yeah, I totally agree. Colorful is very important to me. I used to not be able to watch that music video without just like crying because the montage of it all like really gets me. And we watched it for Patreon this year. It was submitted as a Christmas episode because they like dance around a Christmas tree. Yeah. For a little bit in it. And like, I don't know. It is such a quintessentially like SHINee song. I love it. Not that we said we loved all these songs. It's all hard choices. But I just like, I don't know. I love Colorful, and I have like deep nostalgia and attachment to it. But yeah, I think that Atlantis was like it was my favorite of the 2021 things. And it's just cool. Like playing that clip just now, the part where it like, goes back into the bass and they do their like knee kicks. It's just cool.
It's just cool.
And it's a good, fun song. And the dance was great. And it's very SHINee and I love it.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. Wow. I can't believe
that was a shocker.
Agreed all the way so far. All right.
There are some hard ones coming up, though.
Yes. Okay. So this next round is 6 versus 11.
Mm-hmm.
So the number 6 seed is from the SHINee World in 2008. This is the debut album. And the song is Y Si Fuera Ella.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good job.
Keeps changing keys like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that is versus the number 11 seed, which is from Misconceptions of Me 2013, and that is Excuse Me, Miss. Excuse me, miss. Vanilla ice. 나와의 kiss. 꿈꿔온 kiss. 어때 우리 같이 둘이 걸어볼래. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me, miss. Of course. This was really no contest.
It was too easy.
Yeah. Like, Y Si Fuera Ella is beautiful.
Yes.
But, for one, it is a Jong solo.
Yes.
It's not technically a SHINee song.
And it's a cover, so it's also not
it's
a
a
SHINee
cover.
song.
It's originally a song by a Spanish musician named Alejandro Sanz. And the lyrics, Jong sings it in Korean. He, like, wrote new lyrics for it. And his lyrics are very different from the original. Like, lyrically, it's not really about the same thing. But Jong does a phenomenal job.
Amazing.
Especially in his live performance at one of those SHINee World concerts. Mm-hmm. He like perfectly captures the over the top drama of that song. Because that song is dramatic as fuck. But Excuse Me, Miss is like, honestly, maybe it's one of my favorite SHINee songs of all time. It is my go-to video of playing for people. Like, when they ask me why I like K-pop, I play the live performance of Excuse Me, Miss, and they don't really ask me any more questions because everybody gets it when they see that. So it had to be. No question.
I also feel like, I mean, the performance, we talk about the one SHINee World performance in the white outfits a lot. It is it's
beautiful.
Important,
it's perfect.
But I feel like the song itself... Like, if you've never listened to, like, Excuse Me, Miss with, like, headphones on, I beg you to do that because there's, like, so much beautiful, like, vocalizations, like, happening under and to the back.
Yeah.
Like, Mino is doing the whole song, like, an octave down under the whole time. So there's just that, like, rumble. And before some of the choruses, there are whole, like, 5-part harmony, like, scoo-doo-bops. Like, there's a lot of shit happening in the background of Excuse Me, Miss.
Because the real, like, the main instrument through the whole
just
song
a
is
wood
just
block.
a wood block. So, like, they fill it all in. And so, like, oh my, I just have, like, such visceral memories of, like, walking like with my headphones in and like visiting my sister in New York and like walking through Brooklyn with my headphones in, listening to Excuse Me, Miss, and just like having to walk on the beat and just being like, yes. It's such a good song.
It's such a good song. Okay, great. Still agreeing. 3 more rounds. All right. This round is 3 versus 14. So our third seed is from The Story of Light, Part 3 from 2018. And this is Our Page. All right, and Our Page is against the 14 seed, which is from Romeo in 2009, and that is Juliet.
That was good.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Juliet. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Debate. Okay, so I will make my case.
Yes,
for
go
Juliet.
right ahead.
Oh no, now that I'm having to make a case.
Why did you pick it?
I picked it because I have problems with our page.
Oh, what are your problems with our page?
I mean, it's ultimately it's a bummer. It's a bummer song. And the music video is really sad. Mm-hmm. And I never loved that about it. But I also just think musically, I kind of hate the way that the chorus of Our Page is like, it's not yelled, but it's like, it's very like belty but it sort of like stays kind of on the like same notes and the same level the whole time. Like, da 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 da. And then it goes back down to like nothing. And I don't know, I've just always found the chorus of it like slightly too much.
You think it doesn't fit well with the
the dynamics are fine. I guess it's just that like the whole thing is just like,
it feels like it just hammers the same
note. And it's like Onu is like belting at the top of his lungs, and like there's just a little bit of harmony, and it's also like a very belted harmony. And the whole thing is just very, like, it reminds me of, there's a video that's, like, kind of funny of Shawls trying to, like, sing this, like, during a break at a concert. And then when they get to the chorus, like, they all just, like, squeak and crack and it doesn't come out. And then everyone laughs because, like, it is such a huge jump up to the chorus that, like, as an audience, they couldn't even, like, sing along to it. So I was just thinking, like, oh, if I have to pick one, like, that kind of bugs me about Our Page. So I'll pick Juliet. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, Juliet is like a remake. It's like not even really their song.
Yes.
And like, so I don't know now.
So I'm okay with talking this out because I was really torn about this one. I disagree with you about the chorus of Our Page. I think Our Page is a very beautiful song. And I don't usually skip it when it comes on. Like, I don't mind listening to it. But I also, like, when the summer that The Story of Light came out, like, I listened to that as like a whole piece. And I just feel like I like the song. I think it's very beautiful. And Juliet, my initial thought was like, well, it is such an iconic SHINee song. And it is one of my favorite very early SHINee songs. I feel like it's one of the first of their songs that I like really loved and like learned kind of how to sing along to it or whatever. But yeah, it is a lyrical or musical cover, whatever. It's a Corbin Blues song called "Deal with It," and so I felt like that kind of just like it just like lowered it, a little bit. And it was just and like that. Our Page was like specifically written for SHINee and like is integral into the whole SHINee story.
Yeah, it's very specific and it's
and
important.
Like it is a song like about the lyrics are about the group itself. And so like I guess for the like importance of Our Page, I felt like it outweighed Juliet, even though I love Juliet and I think the dance is so fun. It was Our Page for me.
I'm happy. I'm fine to concede because I feel like I can't argue stronger for Juliet in any way. Like, other than it's just like a fun, silly, iconic, perfect moment of them and their like little tie-dye tank tops and their little jeans.
I can't listen to that song without picturing them doing the dance.
Yeah.
And without thinking about Mino in their like crazy masks. Yeah. And their like color-coded outfits.
But I think the argument for Our Page is a good one and I'm like very happy to concede it. That's all right, fine.
Fair enough.
Okay, great. Okay, I think this might be the worst matchup the most difficult matchup in this whole thing. And this is 7 versus 10. And our number 7 seed is from One of One from 2016. And that is Prism. And Prism is up against From One and One, also 2016.
Because it's the repack.
Because it's the same album.
Shh.
but it's for the science of the game, for the numbers. Feel good. All right, ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Prism.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
I'm really glad we agreed on that.
I'm glad we agreed on that one too. I mean, obviously, this is a wonderful album that we love every single song on.
Absolutely.
But I think like overall, I think Prism is just like a more cohesive, like it just makes more sense as a song. Like Feel Good is it's not a full Frankenstein, but it almost kind of is. Like the song it starts as and the chorus it drops into and the like bridge where it like does the where it like changes time signature entirely. Like it as a song, it's like it goes a lot of places. Whereas Prism is like a whole experience that just like keeps heightening itself. And like I feel like I don't think it was the first instance of it in K-pop, but it was the first bed squeak percussion that like really caught my ear. Yeah. And that makes it like undeniable. And the stages for it were so deadly.
Oh my God. So incredible.
Colors so much.
Yeah, the visuals that accompany Prism cannot be denied or ignored.
Right.
However, I chose Prism ultimately kind of like what you were saying with Excuse Me Miss, where there's so many vocal things happening in the background that to me, like, that is where SHINee really shines. Like, that's one of my favorite things is a song that ultimately just gives SHINee space to like play around and like do all and like build on all of the cool things that they can do. And it is just it's kind of like a weird song. And it honestly took me an embarrassing amount of time to even hear them saying the word prism in it because of how many different things are happening. There's so many layers happening in it. This is another song like Excuse Me Miss that I highly recommend listening to with headphones. Like you have to watch the performances with headphones on.
Yeah,
your socks will really be blown clean off. But yeah, so Prism, good. Glad we picked that
great.
one.
All right, this is our last matchup of the first round of the bracket. So this is 2v15. And our number 2 seed left off of last time, shockingly, because it just never made it. Maybe too old. Some older things made it, but I don't know. This missed the window, but it's fine. It's time now. From 2009, the year of us from 2009. That's 2009, the year of us is the name of the album. Ring Ding Dong. And Ring Ding Dong is up against the number 15 seed from the Sherlock album in 2012, Stranger. All right, final matchup.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Ring Ding Dong.
Wow. We almost agreed
almost the whole way. Wow.
Yeah. It had to be Ring Ding Dong.
It had to be Ring Ding Dong.
Stranger is a fun song. I always think there's a performance of it that I always picture
They
in my
do it
head.
in SHINee World 4 in their white like military uniforms and there's fire on the stage and it's it's really a moment.
I just remember them like walking really dramatically in circles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, but there's something about the like can't get you out of my mind, and it reminds me of another song.
Oh, I was going to say that the reason that I didn't pick this one is because not because of the chorus, but the verses are really similar to Ready or Not.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready or not? You ready or not? Because that one has the like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, girl.
Oh,
Girl.
yeah.
And it like, I don't know, something about those songs are really similar.
Sure.
They're different from each other, but they're also similar.
But
I feel like every time I start singing, I sing the chorus of Stranger and then I do the verses of Ready or Not. So they mix in my head. So I was like, I mean, I don't know.
There must be similarities there for you to be connecting it. Fair enough.
Ring Ding Dong, I feel like, I mean, if it had been on the first bracket, we would have debated about it forever. But since it's here, like, I mean, it's a shoe-in. It's too important.
Yeah, absolutely. Important. It's too important, and also like it's such a fun song.
It's
like
so
it
fun.
did not become banned for nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's too catchy. And people, everybody loves Ring Ding Dong.
Yeah, people can make their jokes about it, and they always will. But like, it's enduring for a reason, and like people can joke about like, don't show people Ring Ding Dong if you want to get them into K-pop, but like do actually, because they'll like it, and then
also you should know that. That's what K-pop really is.
So like you should be showing people these things. We don't want to shield them from the truth.
Don't ignore your history, folks.
Yeah.
We all started from Ring Ding Dong. Yes. We've got to acknowledge where we come from.
Yeah. All right. So now it is time to do our second round.
Yeah.
So our first second round matchup is now Aside versus Odd Eye.
Yeah, so these next rounds are going to go faster because we'll just do a 3, 2, 1, go, and we'll see, right?
We've
already made our cases for each. We might have to make some arguments, but okay, ready?
So round 1, Aside v Odd Eye. 3, 2, 1.
Odd Eye.
Okay, yeah. That was hard, but it had to happen.
I do love Aside, but like we said, Odd Eye. No one else can do it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Round 2, we have Celine v Atlantis.
Ah, shit.
I know.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Atlantis! Okay, great.
Okay. It's happening. All right. Round 3 is Excuse Me, Miss versus Our Page. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me, miss. I knew that. That one is not surprising to me. Excuse with a Z.
Excuse.
Oh, no.
Okay, so then that makes the final round of this Prism v Ring Ding Dong.
I don't know if I can do a gut one. I think we need to talk this out.
We need to talk this one out? Okay, that's fine. We can talk it out. All right, so we just were talking about Ring Ding Dong. It's really important. It was a very big moment in SHINee's career.
Very big moment in K-pop. Continues to be very recognizable. I mean, we literally sang Ring Ding Dong with blitzers.
Yes.
It is enduring.
It endures. I love the TikTok sound. I used it to make a joke after. Anyway, there's a TikTok sound that's like starts with regular music or whatever, or silence, and then it just comes with the baby. Yes! Like, so you can use it for like, I don't know, reveals. And it's really important, and their hair is so fluffy in the video. Yeah. And the angel wings and the Ring Ding Dong.
Yeah, and like I also have very like specific memories of like listening to Ring Ding Dong in like the house that I lived in with Kara and like in grad school, and like she would come in and I would just be listening to like fucking Ring Ding Dong like while I'm cleaning my closet, and she would just like lay on my bed and be like, "What is this?" Like
yeah, I have really distinct memories of like when I was very first getting into SHINee, watching like a part of a Ring Ding Dong stage like over and over again. The part where they go, "We gonna go rock, go rock,
yeah,
go rock, go rock," and they like do the little like elbow like ripple and a kick. And I was watching it like over and over again because I was just like, "They're so cool. This is so great."
Yes, and like, yeah, I don't know. I really do love Ring Ding Dong, even though it is objectively a very silly song. I love a lot of it. There's nothing about Ring Ding Dong I don't like. But Prism is like a work of art. You know what I mean?
I feel like I like have to agree where it's like Ring Ding Dong is like a moment in K-pop and like it's important and it's like it is a good song. But yeah, in that like evolution of SHINee, I really feel like that whole One of One like era was really important, and the like experimentalness of SHINee like reached a new level, and all the songs on that album are so interesting.
Yes.
And as far as like memories of watching things over and over again, like like just seared into my mind the way we were like running around my living room watching the Prism stage on my big TV for the first time and like just freaking out.
Yeah.
Because like they were so hot and like the
and
song
like,
was so
yeah.
crazy
and
like
this album was so mature and like I don't know, it was different and shiny and beautiful, and I think I do want to go with Prism.
I think that's fair.
Even though Ring Ding Dong is such a cornerstone, and I feel like bad. I feel like people are going to be listening to this being like, no, how can you choose that? Like anything over Ring Ding Dong. But I really love Prism.
I love Prism too. I think just like pure music production and arrangement, like, yeah, you're right. It's a work of art.
Okay, great.
We're doing
it's our show.
Okay, it's our show. All right.
You can do your own bracket if you disagree.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I put up a blank bracket. I'll do it again. Play yourself. It's fine. Okay. This is our semifinals.
Yeah.
So we have Odd Eye versus Atlantis.
Okay, just to like put it out there, our top 4 choices are Odd Eye, Atlantis, Excuse Me Miss, and Prism. And when I tell you that we've painted ourselves into a corner, a real Sophie's choice
I
here.
really hate this game now.
This is no longer fun.
Yeah, because now I really don't want to choose any of these. This is terrible.
We've made a big mistake.
This is terrible.
Okay.
Okay, Odd
Eye versus Atlantis.
Are we gut feeling it?
We're gonna yes, we can just gut feel it.
Okay.
I guess. Unless you want to talk it out.
No, let's just try it and see what happens.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Odd
Atlantis?
Eye? Okay.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Well, it's tough because I think we like both of these songs are very uniquely SHINee.
Yep.
In very different ways.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like Atlantis is like a fun, like, you know, a fun night, like I don't know, just like a happy-go-lucky kind of SHINee. They're like sea princes and convenience store clerks, and it's like nice. But the whole vibe of like Odd and Married to the Music was like a little spooky, a little macabre.
Spooky. Which is not often what SHINee does. So it is a very like different look. It's not necessarily quintessential SHINee, which I would argue that Atlantis is. Like if like I said, it was like them coming home to their sound. And if somebody asked me like, oh, what does SHINee sound like? And playing Atlantis would be a good example, I think. Whereas Odd Eye would show you a side of SHINee, but it doesn't necessarily represent them as a whole.
Yeah. I think I agree with that assessment. Same. And like,
and I don't know which song that's a pro for. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean that Odd Eye as the more unique song should move ahead? Or Atlantis as the more iconically SHINee song should be the representative SHINee song of this bracket?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
And I don't know the answer to it. But yeah, I think that I picked Atlantis based on some kind of gut feeling similarly to what you were saying, whereas I feel like the appeal or what makes Odd Eye special is that it is kind of special and kind of interesting. But like maybe on its face, maybe without the visuals, like maybe boring is not the right word because it's not a boring song. But it also is kind of like
It
understated.
is very,
and it's
that's
a little,
true.
like,
It does kind of just like stay
in one place, which
That's
works
true.
when they're like sulking in with eye patches on and being like, ugh. But if you played somebody both songs, I feel like they might gravitate towards Atlantis more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't, because I mean,
Yeah.
musical taste is subjective, but I guess I'm just trying to say, if your example of like someone was like, we're picking a SHINee song that you have to show somebody right now and get them on your side. Like, I don't know what the parameters of this game are.
I know,
so that's why it's hard
never
to
really,
decide.
we've never really said if it's like, is it our favorite song? Is it the best song? And then like, what makes them the best? These are things we didn't think about before we started this.
We
and
just
now
thought
here
it was
we
a dumb
are
game,
in a quandary.
and then we're always too over
everything.
upset about it.
We take everything too seriously. There's no consequences for this.
It doesn't matter, but it does matter.
If it doesn't matter, then why is it so hard?
Yeah.
Clearly it does matter. All right. I don't know. I mean, I do think I just love the like, that like haunting like ooh in the chorus of Odd Eye is so beautiful and like strange and cool. And the like, my eyes were looking for you.
So I found you.
But
well,
I know you're there. Damn it, Key. What would you choose? I feel like Key would choose Odd Eye.
I feel like Key would choose Odd Eye too. Maybe we should just go with Key's feeling.
I feel like the other members would disagree. Like, I think Mino and Onu would probably pick Atlantis.
I think they would too.
I don't know what Timeen would pick. Based on his solo work, I would guess Odd Eye. And then we're split down the middle. So that's not helpful. I don't know. We could flip a coin, or also I could just concede.
Coin flip thing where we see if the coin flip makes us feel better or not.
Okay, hold on. Let me go get a coin.
Because I have a weird feeling that the problem is that like we kind of want it to be Odd Eye. Or we're afraid of letting it not be Odd Eye or something. Afraid. We're afraid. Okay, heads has to be Odd Eye because of eyes.
Right, sure. And Atlantis fish have tails.
Great.
Tails. Atlantis. How do we feel about that?
I can feel like you don't like it.
How do I feel about that? No, I'm okay with it being Atlantis. I really am, because I love Atlantis.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of having something really new in the finals.
Yeah, for the sake of having something new, I am perfectly fine.
I feel like that's my only argument, but it like doesn't make much sense in the
honestly, my thought was like, I think it's totally valid to have, because it's a 4-member SHINee song that is still SHINee. You know what I mean? Like, that I feel like is very important. Yes. And so I have no qualms about
I think I'm just like,
Atlantis.
I just want representation on the list. And I want everything, because I feel like the last bracket that we did, because of the Billboard World Chart of it all, so many of the songs were from like the same couple of albums.
Yes.
And so it like, this time I wanted to try to have more variety or whatever. So like my only argument against Odd Eye is that it's too close to the era of the other songs in the next bracket. That's where true. It's like, oh, that doesn't feel like variety. That's very, very true, actually. Because in comparison, like those top 4, Atlantis is the outlier. So I think I'm good with it. Okay, so that means we have to decide between Excuse Me Miss and Prism now. Which is, I think, really difficult because the arguments we made for both songs are the same. Yeah, they're the same. Is that they both have like really insane production and like cool vocal stuff happening in the background and whatever. Yeah, and they're both, and I think they are very similar songs when you listen to them. Like they're both like sexy and
cool and kind of slow and like a little lower, and like they have a lot of sonic similarities, I guess. Do you want to do a 3, 2, 1, or do you just want to? Do you have a gut instinct?
I don't think I do have a like gut on this. Like,
I mean, my previous argument against Ring Ding Dong was that Prism is a work of art, and I do stand by that. And maybe I would even argue that it is objectively a better song than Excuse Me, Miss.
I think that's what I'm sort of thinking about too, because like Excuse Me, Miss is very vibey, like because of the like layered octave voices and like that it is like generally kind of low and it just has that like wood block and that little bit of piano or whatever. So it's like very simple. Whereas like, yeah, Prism is a true prism, and a rainbow of music shines out of it. Like there's so much happening in Prism, but it works really well. So it's like we're at different sides. We have a song that has almost nothing happening in it and is amazing. And a song that has everything happening in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And at first I was thinking... At first, Excuse Me, Miss was pulling a little bit harder for me, even though I said Prism is a work of art, and I stand by that. And like I said, I think it's objectively a better song. I love Excuse Me, Miss so much, and I have like such a deep attachment to that song that like that kind of was my like gut instinct. Yeah. But then hearing you talk about Prism, like I do love what you just said, like it being a prism with like a rainbow of music coming out. That's so true. And like, that's so SHINee. That like is what SHINee means as far as the givers and receivers of light. Like, yeah, I don't know. It could be a really good representative SHINee song if that's what we're going for here.
It could be.
But so is Excuse Me, Miss. And I use that as a representative song for all of K-pop. Like, people ask me why I like K-pop, and I say, Excuse Me, Miss.
Yeah. So I think for that reason, that's what it has to be. All right. I think the pull is just stronger.
Okay.
So that means for the final, we are at Atlantis v. Excuse Me, Miss. And I feel like I can say, like, without much to be, I feel like after all of that, the answer is Excuse Me, Miss.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, our March Madness 2021, 2022.
It's 2022 now.
2022. Excuse Me, Miss. We pick Excuse Me, Miss. Oh, boy. Wow.
Say SHINee. SHINee. Say SHINee. SHINee. Say SHINee. One more time.
SHINee.
Make some noise.
Make some noise. Yeah. Great. Okay. Great choice. Yeah. We did it.
Say key. Key. Oh, yes. Yeah, I feel fine about that. And honestly, as soon as I saw that Excuse Me, Miss was on this, I like in my heart knew that was going to be the top. I was like, that's going to be really hard to beat for me.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. This is always a fun exercise. Yeah. I just like excuses to listen to and talk about SHINee, and now like
deeply analyze aspects of
but also
SHINee
now
B-sides.
All I want to do is watch the Grandpa Sweater Prism performance like right now. Like we have to do that before we play the random game because I just think that I need it.
Yeah, we do. I'm pulling that up right now.
Okay. We're gonna watch it on the
as air. A like eulogy to not a eulogy, a concession speech.
Yeah, just because Prism. I like I talked it up so much and then I like wanted to see it.
Yeah, and like now that it has been mentioned, it must be seen. This M Countdown one, yes.
Mm-hmm. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All of these brown sweaters. Torn up.
Torn. So much collarbone.
Yes.
Mino with his deadly combination.
Oh my god, and this is when Taemin's chest was huge.
So broad.
What What a moment. Oh my God.
And he looks like such a triangle in this particular stage because of the black pants.
Even Key's sweater has holes in it.
Yeah, it does. Unacceptable.
Oh my God! Prism. I've always thought that Teaming's sweater looks itchy. Like, it looks like it's made out of, like,
I always thought it looked really itchy,
sponge.
too. Especially because glittery fabric is itchy.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah!
boy.
I always think of that move.
Suck it move, like all the boys in 5th grade. Oh,
Yeah! That's such a 2 p.m. move.
It is. That, like, look
The
over
ADTOY, like,
oh my God.
pulling your butt.
Oh my God.
Silver-haired Mino, my beloved.
This moment coming up right here changed my whole life. Here we go. Ready? Go, go, go. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, but also at this point in SHINee, like, that was one of the longest lines that
he had
Mino had ever gotten
in,
to
like,
just, like,
a
sing.
single, like, not in a concert song, like in a, like,
a
B-side,
promoted B-side. Come on, he didn't get to belt before.
No,
our
never.
baby Mino. I love all their, like, greasy hair.
Yes, and their jeans and their flannels.
And their unnecessary flannels over their waists. And his sideways tie. Turtleneck and chain.
Yes.
Points.
Oh, Fan Chance, I miss you.
Miss you so much. So many hip thrusts in this choreo.
I also love those little arm crankies. Yes.
Oh,
wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Well,
oh, SHINee.
That was great.
Worth every second.
Worth every moment. Worth every bit of stress and debate.
Yeah.
Because at the end, all that matters is SHINee's the best. There you go.
They really are.
And with that, we'll be right back with a random game. All right, we are back. And this week, the random number generator gave us a girl group from 2015 called Playback.
Yes, this was originally a debut, a 4-member group from Clear Company. They debuted on June 25th with the single also called Playback.
Yes. All right. So they did their debut album and then they put out a single in September that featured Eric Nam.
It's called I Wonder.
I Wonder. They like moved labels shortly after debut. And then a member, Eunjin, was added to the group in 2017 after being cut from the group before they debuted. So then they were a 5-member group for just a minute.
Yes. And then shortly after, just a few months after she was added, their new company, Corridel Entertainment, announced that the members would be going on Mix 9. So they did that in 2017. And then it appears that several of the members just started leaving the company. In like after 2017, when they went on Mix 9, they like never seemed to do anything as a group. So in 2019, one of the members signed with a different company, and then in 2020, another of the members signed with a different company, and in 2021, a third one left. So supposedly, only 2 of the members are still with the original company.
Yeah, but...
Or not even the original company. The second company. Corridel.
They're still Playback or whatever. Yeah, they released 4 songs altogether in their whole career. And the music video we're going to watch is for their most recent release, even though it's 5 years old, from 2017 called Want You to Say, and it has 10 million views.
All right.
So if you'd like to watch playback Want You to Say, pull it up with us and press play when I say go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Cute girls in stripes on a beach.
High five.
Nice and casual. They're wearing a lot of like fishnet on their arms and legs, so they must be cool girls. They're not like cutesy.
Yeah.
They're more like, they're kind of dressed like Girl Crush, but this is like a flirty song.
Yeah. And the two sets seem to be them like sitting like in a little like Airstream trailer bedroom. There's a beach, and then there's like what looks like a school.
Yeah.
Like, school grounds or an office built, some kind of just like, oh, little wiggle. Oh, they're on a roof, I guess.
Oh, is that a roof? I thought it was like a courtyard or something. Oh, maybe it is a roof.
I can't tell.
I don't know.
Some kind of surface.
Oh, a new nighttime set.
Camper cars, fairy lights, very cute.
And they're wearing the same outfits that they were wearing inside the Airstream.
But yes, this song is very 2017. I totally get why this was their like most watched.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like it would fit in with all the Drop House that was coming out in 2017.
Absolutely. And the chorus of the choreography is fairly simple. Like this little wiggle knees and then just a little kicky. Like it's pretty simple. I feel like it would be easy to learn.
Oh, that butt wiggle is pretty fun.
I will say they're not totally synchronized when they're doing the choreography. There's been a few moments I've noticed. Not doing it the same.
It's also really bothering me that in the roof set, only one girl has pants on. It's just like distracting.
There's so many fishnet gloves in this music video. One may even say too many. How many is too many fishnet gloves? However many are in this video.
Oh, they're all pointing at the sky. Is it going to be a star or an alien? Nope.
No,
nothing.
we won't know. It almost looked like she hit her in the face. Well, that was cute.
All right.
Playback.
That was playback. Well, yeah, I hope that whoever has left finds a good thing at whatever company they're at now, and that if the other two stick around, that maybe they get to do something else.
Yes, good luck to the ladies of Playback. I think it looked on Wikipedia that some of them were acting now.
Okay.
So doing other things.
There you go. All right. Weekly recommendation time. All right. This Patreon recommendation says, I don't have a good sense of what everyone has watched already, but if there's even a tiny chance that you haven't seen Tsuki's fan cam from Billy's recent comeback, it is very much worth a look. I didn't even know that facial expressions were something that you could be this level of good at, and the whole thing is mesmerizing. There are things happening around the 1 minute mark that I still barely understand, and I've been watching it all weekend. Another fun thing about it is that it may have broken down my initial reservations when it comes to boy groups. I love Dawn, and there are solo songs by Taemin Key and Young K that I've been playing a lot lately, but for the longest time, I couldn't see beyond what felt like the basic shouty, horny modes of many groups. Anyway, people keep comparing Tsuki to San from 80s, and that seems to be the opening that was needed, so now I'm watching Kingdom and having a great time. So that AT's part was an aside. But the actual recommendation is for this Suki fan cam for the Billy song Ginga Minga Yo. And it's on the Arirang K-pop channel.
Oh, okay. That's right. Billy with like
Billy with
L's.
3 L's. And the name is
Sometimes
spelled Tsuki. Tsuki.
Tsuki. Oh, that's good to spell out. Whenever I see, I think there's like oh no, I think it's an app or something that's like Bilili.
Oh,
like
yes.
something very similar.
Uh-huh.
So when you kept saying Billy, I was like, is it Billy or Bilili? No, it's just Billy with a bunch of L's.
With a lot of L's. I think so.
Okay, great. I love a fun fan cam.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I don't think I have a personal recommendation.
I don't have anything like a real
up.
specific good recommendation. Like the new Stacey song "Run to You" is very good, but like I'm sure everybody knows that. I imagine that Stacey is terribly, extremely popular, and that everybody is listening to their Stacey songs. But their new song "Run to You" is really good. I really like it. It's Black Eyed Peas song again. They wrote like all the other Stacey songs and like the best Sistar songs and the best A-Pink songs. So like I don't know, they're hit makers.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the only new thing I've taken in a little while. So that's all I got.
Aside from, I mean, have you gotten a chance to talk about Dilemma at all?
Oh my God, no, I haven't talked about Dilemma at all. And
Would you
all
like
of
to?
A-Pink has COVID now, so they're done
really?
with promotions.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they all got
Is that
it.
why Nan wasn't promoting with them?
No, she is not with the company anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes, Nan went to YG, so she is in the music video and like
on
has
the
lines
track.
and is on the album, but she is not promoting with them at all. So they do the songs as 5 on stage. But
that's interesting.
yeah, I think that Dilemma is really interesting. It's like definitely going with this new like 2020s
Direction of
A-Pink
A-Pink.
direction where it's kind of this like weird watery sounds and these just like
it felt very along the same vein of Dum Da Da Dum.
Yes, it's definitely like along those lines, and I think like the choreo is super. It has like really good moments in it, and I think they look so beautiful.
Oh
in the
my
music
God,
video.
the music video is stunning.
Just like
Stunning.
very good looks, but I feel like the album overall is just like really, really excellent. It has a lot of like variety on it, but it keeps a similar like updated modern vibe. There's like a bit of disco stuff on there. There's a Kenzie song on there.
Fun.
Always got to support Kenzie. So the whole album, which is called Horn, I would absolutely recommend. Listen to if you haven't yet. But yeah, happy to have my A-Pink back. Sorry that they got sick immediately. But.
Yeah, but they did get to do a few stages. So there are stages that you can watch of Dilemma, and they did a couple different B-sides. I know
they did more unit songs this album again, and have been doing little like unit stages as well.
Yeah, and they've been really fun. I've really liked all of the ones that I've seen. And I guess those are the ones we'll get.
Yeah. Also, another A-Pink recommendation. They were on Showterview. They're very funny with Jessie.
Amazing.
It was a great time. Showterview is always funny. It's always funny.
It is always funny.
Yeah, it was a good ep to have them on. So yeah, A-Pink stuff.
Yay, A-Pink.
That's what I recommend. I just forgot because
Going
everybody's
strong.
been so busy. Yeah, 11 years. Suck it,
everyone.
Suck it, everyone. They did it. All right, that is it for this week. If you would like to get in contact with us, we can be found at AMAKPopPod on Twitter and Instagram, AMAKPopPod@gmail.com for emails, 181-AMAKPop5 if you want to leave us a voicemail, P.O. Box 26096, Los Angeles, California 90026. If you want to send us a letter or a package, patreon.com/AMAKPop. You can join our Patreon. Get bonus episodes, send in recommendations to be read at the end of the show. Linktree/AMAKPop will take you to our YouTube, to our Discord, to our Spotify, and all the other places you could want to find us, our Wikipedia, all that stuff. And that's it. So we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yay!
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jonghyun, you're our inspiration.